How the Grinch Stole Christmas. High above the cheerful town of Whoville, on a snowy mountain called Mount Crumpet, lived a grumpy green creature named the Grinch. The Grinch didn't like Christmas. He hated the lights, the singing, the gifts, and most of all, the happiness of the Whos who lived down in the town. "Every Who in Whoville loves Christmas," the Grinch muttered to himself, standing outside his cold, lonely cave. "But I hate it. Oh, how I hate it." The Whos were busy decorating their homes and singing carols, and the joy floating up to the mountain made the Grinch's heart, which was much too small, feel colder than ever. "I can't take this," the Grinch growled. "Tomorrow is Christmas and the Whos will wake up and celebrate. They'll laugh and sing and open their gifts. And that noise. He thought for a moment, tapping his long green fingers against his chin. Then a wicked smile spread across his face. "I know what I'll do," the Grinch said. "I'll stop Christmas from coming. I'll steal it." That night, the Grinch started working on his plan. He sewed a bright red Santa suit and made a hat to match. "If I look like Santa, nobody will guess I'm stealing Christmas," he chuckled. Next, he needed a sleigh to carry all the things he planned to take. He dragged an old rusty sled out of his cave. Then he turned to his little dog, Max. "You will be my reindeer," the Grinch said, tying a pair of antlers to Max's head. Max let out a sad whimper, but didn't complain. "Now let's go," the Grinch commanded. He climbed onto the sleigh, and Max pulled it down the mountain toward Whoville. Snow fell softly around them as they slid into the sleeping town. The first house was quiet and dark. The Grinch climbed up onto the roof and slid down the chimney. It was a tight fit, but he wiggled and squirmed until he popped out into the living room. "Perfect," the Grinch whispered, looking around at the Christmas decorations. A beautiful tree stood in the corner, covered in lights and ornaments. Stockings hung by the fireplace, and a plate of cookies waited for Santa. The Grinch snatched the stockings and stuffed them into his sack. He grabbed the ornaments from the tree, the shiny star on top, and even the lights. Then he tiptoed into the kitchen. He took the roast beast, the Who pudding, and even the last can of Who hash. "They won't even have crumbs to eat tomorrow," the Grinch snickered. He went from house to house, stealing every present, every decoration, and every bite of food. His sleigh was piled high by the time he finished. "I've done it," the Grinch said, smiling proudly as he climbed back up the mountain. At the last house, something unexpected happened. The Grinch was taking the Christmas tree when a tiny voice stopped him. "Santa?" The Grinch froze. He turned around and saw a little girl standing in the hallway. It was Cindy Lou Who, the smallest Who in Whoville. She was no more than 2 years old and looked up at the Grinch with big, curious eyes. "Why are you taking our Christmas tree?" Cindy Lou asked. For a moment, the Grinch didn't know what to say. Then he smiled his sneaky smile and said, "Oh, my dear, this tree has a broken light. I'm taking it back to my workshop to fix it. I'll bring it right back." Cindy Lou's face lit up with trust. "Thank you, Santa," she said and went back to bed. The Grinch sighed in relief and stuffed the tree up the chimney. "That was close," he muttered. As the sun rose, the Grinch stood on top of Mount Crumpet, looking down at Whoville. He expected to hear crying and sadness. "They'll all be miserable when they see their Christmas is gone," the Grinch said, rubbing his hands together. But instead of tears, he heard singing. The Whos had gathered in the middle of town, holding hands and singing a joyful Christmas song. Their voices floated up to the mountain, warm and sweet. The Grinch frowned. "What is this?" he said. "How can they sing? I took their gifts, their decorations, and their food. How can they still be happy?" And then something amazing happened. The Grinch's small, cold heart began to grow. It grew 3 sizes that day, filling with warmth and love. "Maybe Christmas doesn't come from a store," the Grinch whispered. "Maybe Christmas means a little bit more." With his heart full of joy, the Grinch knew what he had to do. He turned his sleigh around and raced back down the mountain. "Merry Christmas, Who's!" the Grinch shouted as he returned everything he had taken. He gave back the presents, the decorations, and the food. The Who's didn't yell or chase him away. Instead, they welcomed him with open arms. "Come and join us," they said, smiling warmly. The Grinch carved the roast beast himself and sang songs with the Who's. For the first time, he felt truly happy. From that day on, the Grinch loved Christmas as much as anyone in Whoville. He learned that Christmas isn't about gifts or decorations. It's about love, kindness, and being together. So as you fall asleep tonight, remember this. No matter how small your heart may feel, it can always grow with love. Good night and Merry Christmas.